Plants, they call it the Dead Sea because nothing lives here. No fish, no plants, just salt and silence. It's one of the most lifeless places on earth. But something's changing in recent
Auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today the date is 21st October 2025. I am the Isa ibn Maryam Ruwallah, reborn as Mahdi in India. The prophecies of Bible, the prophecies of Old Testament and New Testament, as well as the prophecies of Quran and Hadith are being fulfilled. All minor signs have happened, and now
in recent years,
major signs are also happening, mashallah. I am in India. See the prophecy of Ezekiel about the end of the world, it says that the fishes will start when the Christ comes, it means, okay. Now see this.
freshwater springs have started to appear. Fish have been spotted in pools near the shore. Plants are growing where once nothing survived. Israeli scientists were stunned. Some called it a miracle. Others called it prophecy. Over 2,500 years ago, the prophet Ezekiel wrote these words. This water flows toward the eastern region and goes down into the Arabah, where it enters the Dead Sea. When it empties into the sea, the water there becomes fresh, so everything will live where the river goes. Ezekiel said living water would flow east from Jerusalem, and even the Dead Sea would be healed. Now, for the first time in human history, life is returning, just as the Bible said. If God can bring life to the Dead Sea, what can He do with your dry places? The Bible isn't just ancient history, it's unfolding right before our eyes. Ezekiel 47. It's happening. They call it.
Right now, if you believe that we're in the last days, this Bible prophecy is being fulfilled in Israel right now, and nobody is talking about it. See, the Bible says in Ezekiel and Zechariah that in the last days, fresh water will literally begin to flow into the Dead Sea.
All right, guys, we are standing in the Dead Sea right now. But the really cool part about where I'm standing is that as I pan here, you're going to see I'm standing actually in fresh water that's flowing down out of the Judean mountains into the Dead Sea. So we're literally standing in prophecy being fulfilled.
Where salt once choked the land and nothing could live, fresh water is rising. Where salt once choked the land and nothing could live, fresh water is rising. And in it, fish. Not fossils. Not myths, but real, living fish, swimming in pools that weren't there just a few years ago. No one has a clear answer, not the scientists, not the locals. But for those who know the ancient texts, this moment feels familiar. Because over 2,600 years ago, the prophet Ezekiel described a vision. Waters flowing into the Dead Sea, bringing it to life. It sounded impossible. Until now.
That the Dead Sea. Ezekiel prophesied that the Dead Sea towards the end times would start to have life again. Recently, the Dead Sea in various areas has small fish living in it and trees, etc., on the edges of the water. This hasn't been the case for thousands of years because of the high concentrations of salt.
Chapter number 47, verse number 8 to 12. Ezekiel.
Was known as just centuries. The Dead Sea was known as just that, dead. No fish, no plants, just salt and silence. But something extraordinary is happening. Scientists are discovering freshwater springs, plants, and even small fish around the Dead Sea. Could this be the fulfillment of Ezekiel 47? These waters go down.
This is the prophecy of Ezekiel 47 from this entire chapter. There is prophecy being fulfilled.
The mud will continue here. A very important part of Ezekiel's prophecy is that here in the region of the Dead Sea, around these rivers, there will be fruit trees. But it sounded a bit impossible. This land is salty. It gets up to almost 50 degrees here in the summer. And despite all of this, look at what's around me. The prophecy also in this part began to be fulfilled. And here we are seeing plantations, in this case a date plantation. Look here. This one here seems quite ripe. It's so sweet. I'll wait a little bit for you to taste it too. But there's a part of this prophecy that's a bit strange, which means that the fruits will never perish. But I'm seeing here part of the dates that fell on the ground. Here in this region, archaeological excavations were made, millennial date seeds were found, and they were planted, and they began to bloom. We can see this part of the prophecy to this day. So if you want, Shlomi, to take me to the far south of Israel to see this part of the prophecy also being fulfilled, it means another prophecy being fulfilled today. Leave your like here. If this video again reaches 100,000.
The importance of this prophecy is related to the Christ of second coming, that is my coming. Already I am in this world. Israel is replaced with India, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana state. The vision is often interpreted as a picture of Christ's millennial reign. Do you see this? Do you see this? Okay. The vision often is interpreted as a picture of Christ's millennial reign, when he will rule from Jerusalem, and his life-giving presence will restore the world. That is because of my presence in this world it is happening, but I am not in Israel, but in the replaced Israel, that is India, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana state now. See here this video, End Times Ezekiel 47 Bible prophecy, Jesus is coming. Okay.
Let me see where she at? Right there. That's Lord's wife right there. Yeah, because she don't listen. She's right there.
Found after 2000 years. Can see this.
Because she glanced back, and turned into a pillar of salt simply because she glanced back. In Genesis 19, the story reveals much more. Two angels warned Lot's family, don't look back or stop, as they fled the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. But the word used in the original Hebrew suggests something deeper. It implies returning. This means Lot's wife likely didn't just look back. She may have tried to go back. Now, why salt? Deuteronomy 29 verse 23 describes Sodom and Gomorrah as wastelands of salt and sulfur after fire rained from the sky. When Lot's wife attempted to return, she was likely caught in the catastrophic fallout, blanketed by salt and sulfur from the destruction. This transformation wasn't necessarily a divine punishment to instill fear. Instead, it was a natural consequence of ignoring clear warnings. Heeding warnings and moving forward can protect us, while clinging to the past may come at a great cost. Lot's wife didn't turn into a pillar of salt simply.
All the signs of Quran, Hadith and Bible and even Hinduism are happening, and already I am here in Israel.